Hi, Rebecca.
Hey. Oh my gosh. Hi, Aurora.
Hi.
I mean, and Reagan. Hi, Reagan.
Hi. And me.
And you. It's so good to see you guys. I haven't seen, oh my gosh. I haven't seen you since you moved out. Oh, it's crazy. But the kids have seen you.
Yeah.
They always come home, they're like, I saw Aurora. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hey, Tyler.
Hi.
Thank you for joining.
Oh, so happy to.
Oh, I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bree. Hi, Malia.
Hi. Not just creeping without my camera on. I was actually away.
Totally fine. So what's going on? Aurora, what's going on over there? No one else is listening. Just kidding.
Everything's cool. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like the last few weeks have gone by so fast. I'm like, oh my goodness, what happened? Been like 3 weeks, or has it been 3 weeks or a month?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess
almost
so. That's crazy.
I know, it is crazy. Hey, Christoph. Hey, Colin.
I would say maybe riding the bus to and from school is
Yay.
definitely the less awesome part.
Oh.
Compared to being with you guys. I'm just guessing. It is loud.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
I know, she gets like an extra hour with lots of kids. Who would want that?
Oh my gosh.
So when you're in kindergarten and second grade from 9 to 4 plus an hour on the bus. It's great.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure it's totally relaxing. No,
Totally.
well, it's probably better than my kids like fighting in the back seat. I mean, they're angels to everyone listening.
There's like 10 kids fighting in the backseat now, so
10 kids.
Oh my gosh.
Is your bus driver as nice as Rebecca, though?
I mean, she's really nice. I was kind of worried about that, but as nice as Rebecca, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks, Tyler. Yeah, it was, we definitely have a little drive that way. But it's kind of like wind down time in a way. Just depends on the day. Oh my goodness. How did it get to be 8? Bonjour, Jean.
Sorry, I was on mute. Bonjour.
Bonjour. I saw you in the office the other day. Did we meet in the office? Possibly?
Yes, we did.
Oh, the big
I appreciate-
pregnant lady.
No, yeah, we did, but it was like a couple weeks ago, I would say, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. Perfect. Okay, I didn't connect that you were Rebecca from the
See,
PTO.
And I didn't connect that you were Jean.
Yeah.
Because I've heard
Well,
about you.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Thanks for coming tonight.
Of course.
Bonjour, Madame Meyer.
Bonjour.
Ou bonsoir.
Oh,
Bonsoir. Désolé. Bonsoir.
yeah. Wow.
Better. How are
Merci.
you guys?
We're good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Should I go get Clementine or?
Oh, sure. That would be awesome.
Okay.
We have a few announcements to make as soon as everyone hops on, and then we're gonna get to the
How much is
intern part in probably like 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
So
Okay.
hopefully we'll have a few more. We have a couple more PTO members that we're waiting for. Maybe a few more families. Oh. At the last minute, we were like, oh, the link didn't go out. We gotta get the link out. But it went out. Everyone got their emails. So we're good. Hey, Jessica. Can't believe it's already been another month. Every month I'm like, oh my goodness, that went by fast. We've been working on a lot of stuff on PTO. I guess it's 5 after, so we can get started. Mishu, is that you on the iPhone? Someone else. Oh, bonsoir, Madame Hanley. There's Erica. Hello, Erica.
Bonjour.
Oh, bonjour, madame. Ça va? Oui.
Oui, ça va. Et vous, ça va?
All right. Oui, très bien. I'm getting tired. Like I'm like, oh. Yeah, you must be tired too.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. You're able to breathe really well still?
Yes.
I know that was hard to have conversations when I was past 7 months. It was like, okay, I got to take a break.
Yeah. Someone today was like, you know how you get out of breath when you like run for a little bit? And I was like, or go up 2 stairs.
Or one stair.
Or 1 stair. Yes, I'm having a baby next month for everyone who doesn't know. That's why I can't walk up the stair. Oh, well, now that Madame Bossard is here, what?
Hey, Rebecca. Hi, everyone. On my computer, I'm not able to unmute. The button just stays stuck on mute. So I'm on my phone, but I'm still on the computer. So I think I can share my screen, my slides. But
Okay.
if not, if you could use my the PDF that I sent to you and pass the slides, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Just plan B. I'm just preparing for plan B.
Got it. Okay. I think I can figure that out.
If
We should get
not,
started. What?
well,
Oh, perfect. Somehow it will be shown, Christophe.
Awesome.
Your presentation will be out there. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you guys, everyone, for being here tonight. PTO has a lot of exciting things going on in February. So we're going to give some updates, and we have a few announcements real quick, and then we have some very special guests here tonight. So thank you to everyone who came to share about the intern program. So in a few minutes, we'll turn our focus to the intern program for the evening. And we have Madame Bossard is here with us. Do you have an update for us tonight?
yes, and now that I'm going to share, I switched on my phone as well because I still thank you for the jinx. My computer froze, so I am getting to the slides so I can support and Cheryl, but I'm currently on my iPhone. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. Updates for our building. We are rocking it. Our teachers are doing an amazing job. As usual, they're tireless and time and effort and we see the outcome. We see a lot of happy learning children, which is wonderful. Next Monday, as you know, we have kids have been working, and I'm echoing. I'm not sure why. So let me see here. Okay, am I still echoing? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear
Yep,
you.
you're
and
good.
You're not echoing.
Okay. So kids have been working after school for NAPIT on Tuesdays and Thursdays and doing a really nice job. And they will show off their talents and what they've learned next Monday. Please come and join us during NAPIT, which is the 13th. So that's update 1. Second update, we are working on a phonics steering committee. It's something that our teachers are delving into and very important work when it comes to phonics and phonemic awareness for the French language. So our teachers are beginning that work. Within a few weeks here, we're partnering with Office of Teaching and Learning on this. So it will be something very helpful for our students to have in the classrooms. Another update that I have curriculum wise, we are working with Office of Teaching and Learning and the Office of Immersion on looking into different curriculum that is specifically for our French immersion program. So that's not necessarily the district utilized curriculum. We of course have to abide by the district policies and make sure that we have the rigorous level that the district expects us to. But we are in conversation, or I'm in conversation with the district about having autonomy and deciding what is best for our building in terms of mathematics curriculum for right now. So that you'll get a final update very soon when we have a decision. Our teachers are eager to see what is best for them in teaching our kids. So we're all working tirelessly in partnership with that Office of Learning. Let's see, I think that is about it. At this time, I shared something in my newsletter about an exciting opportunity to have French after school camp. It's called the Soccer After School Experience, and it's ran by Metanir. Kids seem very excited. He came to visit us. We impromptu played soccer and I won. He let me win and kids got really excited. Madame Pfaffenberg helped out as well. I think it was a really good introduction to soccer. And if you don't know Metanir, he used to be a player for United, and he is from Madagascar. That's the team that he represented. So he will be having a summer program and an after-school program in partnership with us. That is still in the works. I am waiting to hear back on interest from families. So thank you if you've emailed me and let me know. Continue to do that, please. It's important in terms of enrollment. So we can see if the program is viable. Last but not least, we are working with Alliance Française on, because I said Madagascar, they are actually doing months to celebrate Francophone countries. And this month happens to be Madagascar, which is perfect. So I will be sending out some different items coming from them to go out to our community that you can get involved in and go have some food, go learn dances, go learn pieces of the culture. And that again, of course, feeds into honoring Black History Month and the different beautiful cultures that it brings out. So that's all I have. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot, but like I said, our teachers are working tirelessly, our kids are as well. And I believe that our community is thriving. And I'm sorry that I'm in the dark. I just realized I'm in the dark.
I totally think that that guy did not like let you beat him. You beat him. You totally did.
I did. Of course I did.
Yes, you did.
Of course.
There were witnesses. Thank you, Madame Bossard. It's so good to hear about the new curriculum and things too. That's really exciting. Is Mishu, are you here tonight? I'm not sure that I saw her. Erica, if she's not here, do you want to give a quick update about NAPID? We'll just put Erica right on the spot.
Sure, I can.
Oh no, now you're mute. You're muted.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
You're
that
good.
I thought I was off for a second. Okay. So we have had a pretty large turnout for kids. I think it's like 40 something kids, close to 50, and they have all of these little numbers. I am tired today because I was dancing with those kids. And they wore me out. It's going to be really exciting. I like there's going to be a couple of songs, a few poems, and then some dancing that's going to happen. So I am looking forward to all of that on Monday. And then on the 24th, of course, we will be then doing a program there where we're going to have a little reception hour, and that's just to give them time to set up the cafeteria for the program, and then the program will start after an hour. And I am looking forward to you all seeing all of their hard work. They have been really working hard.
Thank you, Erica. I can't wait to see it too.
It's gonna be cute. I was trying not to tell, but I have like pictures that I took of them during their practice, and oh, they're so cute. You only have so much time with them at that age.
Yeah. And the
And I-
the program on the 24th is gonna start at 4:15, right?
Oh
The meet
yeah,
and
I'm
greet.
sorry.
Oh no,
Mhm.
I'm just, so that's from at 4:15 to 5:15, I think, is like a meet and greet, and then the program is right
Mhm.
after that, and then we're gonna serve dinner. So that's a really special event for anyone who wants to join, and parents can join to this and can come for the assemblies on Monday. And I just pulled up the times just to remind everyone, because I don't know them off the top of my head. But it's
10:20
grades
is the
2
morning
through
one.
5. What?
10:20 is the morning one,
There you
correct?
go. Yep.
Mhm.
And then that's for grades 2 through 5, and then 2:10 in the afternoon for pre-K through first grade.
Yeah.
So parents come and join us. Okay, we have
Oh,
also.
and there's going to be reading every Friday. I
Oh,
forgot
yes.
about that. Reading
Yes.
every Friday, 2:30 to 3:30. The librarian was really nice to set aside books. So there's the blue tote has lowercase grade books. So like grade 2 and below. Oh, and then the higher grades are in the white tote. I just said, oh, because I'm like, oh, I see Madam Milner. Hello, Madam Milner.
Oh, we have special
Squish,
people with
squish.
us tonight.
And can I just give one more addition, please? I want to make sure that folks are welcome and coming. It's
Mhm.
been a lot of work for PTO, so we really want to highlight all the work that has gone in. And like my own son says, and he did not want to go today. It's really tiring, Mom. It's very tiring. I'm not going today, and I failed at pushing, but it is tiring.
It
So it's
is.
work, but I want to highlight that families can have a free lunch that is provided by St. Paul Public Schools, and it's done every single year on NAPIT. So on the 13th, you're welcome to come in, join your children potentially for lunch. And if you'd like to know that lunchtime, feel free to email me or the classroom teacher, and you'll find out exactly when their lunch is happening. But you're welcome to come into the cafeteria and sit next to your child or children, or you could have 2 lunches if you have more than 1 child, and if you're hungry, and you can have a free lunch. There's a special menu, and I'm not going to take a guess at what it is. It is on sbps.org. So you can look it up, but it is a special menu that's already set in place, and it's a free lunch. So please feel free to come in and join us. That's all I had. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.
Thanks,
It's going to be an
Philomena,
awesome
for-
event. And we also have our biggest fundraiser of the year going on right now, the Glow Run. You may or may not have heard from us by flyer, by email, by land, by sea. But it's going really well. So Erica is our fundraising chair. So Erica, you're up again.
I see that. So we almost have $13,000. Yay!
Yay!
We have 12,995. So
Thank you,
that is
everyone.
like so awesome. And that is only with 64% of our kids registered. And then there's a good amount who didn't get any sponsors yet. So I think we just need to remind everybody to register. And if they can get like at least 1 sponsor with just the ones that we have, not even the ones that aren't registered, with just the ones that we have that aren't that haven't gotten any sponsors, that's like 2,000. That's 2K. And then, so if we get all of our kids registered and get them with a sponsor, we will certainly hit that party. That's what that's what my daughter is on, the school party. And so we will definitely hit that. And we were able to preview a little video. It's cute when you see it set up. So we are looking forward to that. And that's going to happen on the 14th, where they're going to take a run. We have volunteers for tomorrow, I believe. Don't we have volunteers for tomorrow morning?
Yes, we do. We have 2.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and if any parents want to come join us for the fun run, there's still room to sign up for all the grades. If you want to come help us mark laps, or just come and you can sign up. The sign up sheet's on the Facebook page. So
Yeah. Free help will never be turned down.
it's a fact.
Yeah. And so we are looking forward to that day, as all of the kids are really excited about it. And so I'm jazzed up, and I'm like ready for that day to come.
Yeah, we'll be your Valentine on Tuesday. Let us be your Valentine.
Yeah. And so
and then we
it's
also
like,
go ahead.
the morning Rebecca will be there, and she will be kind of hitting the rings on Tuesday morning. And so if you have any questions, I won't be there until the afternoon. But everything is set up, and we are ready to rock and roll.
Hey, thank you, Erica. And then we also it's time to think about spring. We have our plant sale with Gertens coming up. Well, it'll be the same as we've done in the previous years. We get a website to order through, and that's going to be live in early March. So you'll get more information about that coming up soon. This is just sort of a preview. All of the orders are going to be delivered on May 12th, right before Mother's Day. It's like the most coveted delivery time slot. And so we'll be looking for volunteers to help unload the truck. And like I said, more information will be coming. And then for social committee, we have Jessica and Nicole. And do you want to share a little bit about teacher appreciation meals? I think
Sure.
that I saw Jessica. There we go.
We're going to have during conferences on Tuesday and Thursday, so that's March 21st and 23rd, we'll be having a potluck lunch for the teachers. And if you're interested in signing up to bring a meal or an item, that'll be available around early March.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jessica. Malia has a little bit to share about the book fair.
Hello. So the book fair is going to be the same time as the teacher lunches and conference week. So that will be March. The shopping days will be March 21st to the 24th. So again, it'll be like with conferences, so after school, and then students grades 2 to 5 will be able to shop with their classrooms during the day. We are going to have we'll have English and French books again. We will also do our used book sale. So for the used book sale, all books are 25 cents, and we take donations for those. So if you have any books that are sitting around that could find a new home, we'll set up a donation box so that those can be used for that sale. And then we do need volunteers to help also for the setup, which is on March 20th, and the takedown, which is on the 27th. And that usually takes a few hours. We'll also need volunteers to help work like the cash register and help everybody find books. But for anybody who does volunteer, you get a $5 credit per hour to use at the book fair too. So it's a little incentive there, but yeah, just working on the book fair now, and it should be good. Last year, or sorry, the one in the fall was great. We had a great turnout. We sold over 800 books. So hopefully we'll see something similar to that this spring.
Thank you, Malia. Almost forgot to unmute myself. Love the book fair. It was so successful this spring. Or this fall. So that brings us to the intern program. And the intern program is one of the things that really makes our school unique, and it exists because of the support of all the families and parents. And so I'm really excited that we have some special guests tonight, and we'll hear all about it. If you have any questions for our interns or our teachers, we'll talk about hosting a little bit. So Christophe,
How you doing?
to you.
Very good.
Terry is going to be gone for this week and next week.
Oh, I don't think that's
Terry,
Christophe. I don't think that
which
sounds like
means we're going to
Christophe.
be short in books.
Hello.
To see if
Hello.
Okay.
All right, if you're not, whoever's
I was
talking.
thinking someone else. It was someone
Me too.
else's turn.
It sounds very
If I
official.
don't, it's really going to make a big difference.
Malia, can you mute whoever else is talking?
Yes. That was an official email. Or an official phone call. I want them to like make my doctor's appointment or something.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes. You can see
Awesome,
it.
it worked. All right,
Yes,
so
and you got to it before I did, Christophe.
okay, good.
I literally just got into my email, so way to go. You don't need support.
No, now it works. Now it works. I got it to work. So thank you, everybody, and yeah, I'm very excited to share with you the intern program, the French teaching intern program that we are able after we were doing the count 2.5 years of break due to COVID that we had to do, and now we're back. And this year is the first year we're back fully, and it's going great. As you can see, the picture here is our Étoile French teaching interns this year that are with us, that are doing a great job, and so some of them are today with us on the call, so they will be able to share a little bit their experience. Also, we have another, I would say, special guest that's also Super Étoile, which is Jean, who was actually from a previous group that was the 2018-2019 school year, and that has been helping at L'Étoile as well. So great to have him as well provide some of his feedback on how it has evolved from when he was an intern. He completed his studies, and now he's back at L'Étoile helping out. So that's going to be a great testimonial from him. And then also we have some of our teachers that took the time to connect as well, to be able to share their perspective on the program. So now quickly I'm going to go over a couple slides, and this is again some information that you will have to be able to review whenever you want, but to tell you a little bit more about the program. So let's see if I can reduce this. All right, so what is this French teaching intern program at L'Étoile? Well, it's a program that brings, of course, native French speakers to the school as interns, and they are there to, of course, assist and support our teachers. They arrived to the US as part of a federal J1 intern visa program. As you can see here, the mission of this program is to foster global understanding through education and cultural exchanges. And what's really unique is that L'Étoile is the only public school in the Saint-Paul system that offers a one-way French immersion elementary program. And our interns really help us enhance this program. So that's great. Why this program is so important to L'Étoile? Well, our interns lower the student to teacher ratio. So more grown-ups, more educators for each class. They also increase the students' exposure to different native French accents. They also provide a unique cultural experience for the students, and something that we forget sometimes, that teachers also learn new vocabulary. I mean, every time I go back to France, I learn new vocabularies when I visit family. So the teachers are able to learn new vocabulary, expressions, and they engage in adult conversations with the interns. Speaking speaking in French fluently. So that is something that that helps keep our teachers as well. Speaking French and updated, among other ways, of course, through the internet, movies, etc. So benefits of hosting a teaching intern, and this is the call of this presentation, is that your support, of course, as a family hosting interns. But first, it expands your family horizon, right? It helps. I think it allows your children and the parents as well to learn other cultures, other ways of seeing things. So it also opens the possibilities of future outbound exchanges. So what I meant by that in this point is that I heard from current host families say, oh, when I was a children, we hosted somebody from Martinique, or somebody said, oh, when I was a student, I went to France and I lived for a semester, or I lived for a year with a host family. So those connections become positively contagious in a way that then they repeat in a different way. I mean, they open the doors for this type of experiences. So perhaps your children might be open to study abroad in the future because they hosted somebody who was who was here as a teaching intern. Also, it's an experience in sharing resources for everybody in the house. You have an extra person, so possibly if you have 2 children and now for 6 months or for 5 months and a half, they'll have to live or to sleep in the same room because the other room is taken by the intern. Or even those that have 1 kid, all of a sudden they will be almost like there are 2 kids in the family, or two people in the family. They'll need to share some things that they didn't used to share. So it's going to be also, I think, a good experience on that point of view. Also seeing your surroundings in a fresh perspective. So that I remember one of the interns, I drove one of the interns at the beginning of the school year to the school, and we had extra time, so we did a detour through around the Capitol. Like I go by through University Avenue, past the Capitol every time. I didn't even think about it, but because I had somebody from abroad, like, oh, let me show you the Capitol and go around the Capitol. So it allows that additional interest on the Twin Cities, seeing things because you are making you're making somebody from abroad visit and discover those things. So that is also very almost a fun way to do things. Gain international network of friends. That's those connections that you will have with the interns many times remain, and then after if you travel, that you might visit them in France or wherever they come from, so that those connections remain. Of course, investing in L'Etoile Academic Excellence, our school. So that is something that to consider is your share of investment in the school and having a great school, and also supporting the vocational career of a young professional. You're hosting an intern for 5.5 months. It is a great support in their career. They're here as teaching interns, and their goal is to become teachers in the future, or they are already in the process. So the time that they spend in your home is time, it's an investment. Okay, so what are the main components of the program? So we have, of course, the host families, the amount of host families that we are able to have every year will determine how many interns will be called. The second group is, of course, family donations. So the community, your donations through the different fund runs or fundraisers allow us to be able to pay for this program. And then the intern committee. So on the intern committee, we have teachers and parents and the administration with Madame Bossard. So in this committee, we work with the French embassy in this case to recruit the interns. We also work with a visa agency for all the paperwork, and then the teachers, of course, work with all the work with the program and the interns and driving the interns through the whole school year academically. So those three components really within that you can see here are what creates our program. All right. So how is the teaching intern program funded? So we talked about it a little bit. So it's completely funded by our families, by our community, and through the nations, the fundraisers, and we started also adding to it a grant from the FACE Foundation and the French Embassy, and we'll continue, of course, looking for ways to obtain the funds, more funds, or maintain the funds that we need. The cost is about $6,000 per intern per year, and it includes their stipend, health insurance, the fees, administrative fees to get their visas, and recruitment. And then, of course, as I mentioned, the number of interns we recruit each year depends on the amount of money raised and the number of families that sign up to host. Then I have some Q&A, FAQ, sorry. Quick FAQs. So do you have to host the whole year? No, really it's 5.5 months. So we break it down into 2 semesters, as you can see here. Do families need to provide a private bedroom? Yes, there needs to be a private bedroom with the egress window for them, but no private bathroom. Bathroom can be shared in the family. Do host families need to provide food for interns? Yes. And again, here you can see the detail. I'm gonna accelerate there, but it pretty much it's either meals or access to ingredients to make a meal, pretty much. Do host families need to transfer interns to and from school? It depends. Interns can either ride their school bus or be transported by the host family, particularly if the host family is out of district, then that would be the case. And do host family need to live in St. Paul? No. Then do host families need to provide health insurance? No, we already do that as part of our program. And then what are the COVID vaccination requirements? The requirements that everybody be vaccinated, the intern as well as the family. And then we have who manages the intern program operations. So that would be the intern committee that's made up again of parents, teachers, and the L'Etoile administration through Madame Bossard. So that's the end. But before, I really need to give a grand merci, a big thank you to all this year, 2022 and 23 host families stars. So for the first semester, we had Rebecca and Darren Lacasse, that you know well, Brianne and Dave Tirschel, Kathy and Travis Ferguson, Jesse and Tyler Leclerc Vacta, Teresa and John Hoffas, Melanie Kleiss, and currently in the second semester, a big thank you already to Anna Miller and Kale Schwan, Caroline Meyer and Ian Williamson, Regan Reinert and Eric Halverson, Tony and Chad Brinsfield, Laura Thielander and Arthur Murray, and Jessica and Chris Jordan. So that's all I have. Now, the fun part is going to be hearing the testimonials or experiences from our teaching interns as well as our teachers. Any questions?
Allez, Jean, vas-y.
Thank you, Christophe.
All right.
We're so lucky to have you.
I know I spoke really
Christophe.
quickly, but I wanted to make sure that we have time for
Perfect.
the teaching interns and the teachers to provide their experience and how things are going.
And I just want to add in a special thank you to Christophe for jumping in and supporting with everything and teaching me along the way. We yet again met today, and you're always eager to support the program. And I know I gave Christophe a host of other items that are intern related. So thank you, Christophe, for always supporting with this and for teaching me on the way along. And a special shout out to, I don't see her on here, Madame Hanley, and I did see Madame Tran earlier, because they've also really leaned into the work and supporting me and supporting the work and teaching me as I came on board. So thank you. And the families, of course.
Awesome.
There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to make the intern program happen.
My joke is a little less Netflix at night. That's okay.
Oh.
I have a quick question though. For the do we ever, like, how far along are they in their teaching programs when they come? And then do we ever see any of them come back to the States and teach?
So we have the good point. So they generally have finished with their undergraduate teaching diploma, and they're working like in year 1 of 2 of their master's degree, or some are about to start, or they're they're deciding whether or not they're gonna go ahead with that master's degree. So they are in that period of having completed the bachelor's, starting or being in the middle, and almost some of them finishing. I mean, Charlotte has just like 1 class left or something of her master's degree. So
Okay.
yeah. And so we have the advantage, not advantage, the luck to have Jean, who actually taught in 2018, 2019. So the last year, that was a full year before the pandemic, and he's back. So he'll be able to share with us his experience.
Yeah, if you want me to share. So I was here in I was at L'Étoile in 2018, 2019. Then I went back. I had already finished my master's by then. I did my year at L'Étoile after my master's. I wanted to be done with all schooling and then kind of like practice, because my big thing personally was always hesitating between what level I wanted to teach, elementary, middle school, or high school. Very early on, I decided that middle school was not going to be the one. But I was hesitating between the two, so I decided to do my year at L'Étoile to experience teaching elementary, and I loved it. And so I went back to France for a little while, and then I came back in November 2019. So of the same year, I came back with the French Alliance, where I taught for a couple years, up until November 21. And I've been here since then. And then I got married, and now I'm here in the US because I'm married. But yeah, I stayed in Minnesota and always taught within the French community. And while I got married, I was waiting for my green card. And in the meantime, I really missed L'Étoile and all the good things that I was experiencing at L'Étoile. So I've been volunteering there since then. And so if you have any questions on all the benefits that I got from my year at L'Étoile, don't hesitate. I see two if I may, I see two clear main perspectives. One professionally, of course, and the second one professional, because of course, like you experience first teaching in another country, so a different way of teaching, because in France we teach differently than here. So a different way, different methods, different interactions with an adults, especially me coming from the south of France, which we are very big personalities, and teaching in Minnesota was a big difference. So that, and also for me personally, was knowing. I know that as I told you, I always was hesitating, and also with other part of my schooling and career where like, do I want to teach? Do I want to do something else? Do I want to work in marketing and all that? And after L'Etoile, I knew. I was like, okay, now I know. That made my choice very clear. So professionally, I'm very grateful for L'Etoile, and that's why even like 4 years after, I'm still volunteering there. So very grateful for that. And then personally, experiencing living abroad, experiencing living with a family that is not yours, especially for us, for young adults. In France, we usually leave the house at 18. So coming back and inserting ourselves in a new family dynamic, a foreign family for us, foreign traditions, Thanksgiving, American Christmas, or other, for my personal experience, it was Christmas, but other celebrations and all of that. That was also the main thing. And even to this day, I see I'm close to both my host families, but one of them extremely close, where I still see them at least once a week. They were at my apartment with us doing crepes for Chandeleur on Sunday. I had them here and we did that. I see them at least once a week. They were here for my wedding. They introduced me to people as their French son, and for me, they're my American parents. My parents, when they came, my parents visited me and my husband here, and they met my host family. They celebrated Thanksgiving with them, and now they're best friends. My host family is making plans to go visit my parents and friends. So on the personal level, a lot too.
Now, who does Valentine's Day better, here or France?
Oh, here. All the candies,
Yes.
all that better. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you much. All right, so we have our some of our interns also online. Would you like to share your experience so far? So we have, okay. Hello.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say, but it's been great so far. I don't it's been different, a lot of culture shocks for sure, but in a good way. We learned a lot about American culture, and what we see in movies is not usually what's true. Sometimes it is, but not all the time. And yeah, it's been great, and we've learned a lot, and especially about Minnesota weather, I guess. How to deal with that. So yeah, I don't know if any of the other interns want to add something to that, maybe.
You guys definitely got a true Minnesota winter this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Were you warned about that winter before you came? Were you kind of
sorry, what?
mentally ready for that? Were you warned about the winter before you came?
Yeah, a lot. But like Rebecca told me that maybe they oversold it, but it was justified because the winter ended up being really bad this year.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like a Minnesota winter. Nothing like it.
But yeah, we've been warned a lot. Like during the interviews we had before coming, one of the questions were, what are we gonna do to deal with the winter? That was one of the questions. And yeah, so I think it's a big part of being here in Minnesota.
What do you think about our history? Our history, how the way it's taught.
Do you mean at school how history is taught?
Because I noticed that American history, other places, is a lot more in depth. And that's why I was wondering, what did you think about like our history and the way it's taught? We tend to live out a lot.
Well, at school, I'm in kindergarten and second grade, and usually in the history part is in social studies, so that's the part in English. I'm not there for that. So yeah, I think it's from what I've seen, it's really great because they've been learning about Native Americans, and it's been a lot of like they had got to touch a lot of things. Like stuff that were brought to class, and they went on a field trip and we got to go too. So we've learned about it. It was today actually. And it's great because we get to experience that as well as interns.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I may, on the history question, I was very surprised, and like I'm very happy about how history is taught, at least at L'Étoile. I cannot tell for other schools, but at L'Étoile, what I love is that there is, because from a French perspective, we study a lot of history in school, and like history of all over the world, not only France. And from what I've been hearing, for example, my husband was telling me when he was in school, he learned more in an American school, he learned about American history, but not so much other history. And at L'Étoile, what I love, and especially like certain teachers that I see like really pushing French history also, I'm thinking about or different histories also, Madame Klein, that push different type of history, not only the American one, which is super important for them to have. And also, as Aurore was saying, for us French perspective to learn about American history and stuff that we don't really know about. For example, I saw, even this afternoon, I was with Madame Geimer, and I saw Madame Bosvet do a little presentation about Native Americans and the eagles and the importance of the symbolism of the eagles and all that. So very interesting. But at L'Étoile, what I love is that they also have different history, Vietnamese, French, and others.
Do we have any other interns here tonight? I think Clementine was here for a minute. I don't know if she's still here. Oh, Marie, I see. Maybe. Or maybe some of the teachers want to share too. Oh, there's Clementine. There's Marie.
That's Marie. Okay, so between Marie, yes, Marie, go ahead.
So I don't really know what to say because I think Jean and Aurore summed it up like pretty well. It's definitely an experience, like changing from being a student in a city at a university and then being in an elementary school, living with a family abroad is definitely like a big change. But I think it's only good things that come out of this experience because yeah, we learn a lot from being with the host families and also at the school, like what Aurore said and what Jean said about like all that we learn like in the school. And yeah, I don't know what to say else.
Thank you for being here. Clementine, what has it been like for you? Which grades are you working with? I can't remember.
I'm working with Madame Tran and Madame Handley, so first grade and fifth grade. Yeah. So, well, I don't know what to add to what they already said. It's a very good experience on a personal level and professionally too. For me, it's very important to be here because I know I want to be a teacher, but I have so many questions around it. If I want which level I want to teach, and if I want to go abroad or not teaching. So I can see that it's starting to answer all my questions and to clarify my my professional goal. Can I say that? I don't know. So it's been very, very good. I don't know if you have more questions.
Oh, thank you, Clementine. All right, we have a few minutes, so I think if we could get some, feedback from our teachers and also some of our host families from the first semester, that would be great. See Tyler as well here online, so that would be great to have in the time that we have left, a couple, comments from the teachers and also from host families.
I'll comment real quickly. Clementine works with me. It's wonderful to have her. And I've been a big supporter of the interns from the start. Our history is a lot with L'Étoile du Nord, but I've been with L'Étoile du Nord since the beginning of the school. I've been there for this is my 27th year teaching. We had one intern, and at that time they were mostly working in high schools, and we were with a different organization providing interns for our school. And they primarily worked in high school because languages are usually taught in high school. But we had a first grade teacher that started with me that had heard of the interns and said, hey, let's get one for our elementary school. And from there, it was a great thing. We just recognized right away the importance of having a native French speaker working with the students, supporting teachers, helping us with our French. There was a lot of language when I first started that I didn't know, like a pencil sharpener. I mean, that's just stuff you don't come across when even though I lived abroad, I'm not going to know the word pencil sharpener. And so there's a lot of language that the interns helped. And now currently over the years, they really keep my French fresh and up current, and I can, I don't know all the latest slang or any of that, but just the practice with native speakers is really a plus and a really advantage to all of us teachers, and to be able to use. And there's a lot of, even though we're proficient speakers of French, but we're still not native speakers. And so there's still a lot of articles, le and la and un and une, that I can look to my intern real quick and go, is it a or is it une? Is it la, is it le? And so right in the spot is really, I don't have to go look it up or ask Siri. And so that's fantastic. And then really just for your students, for your children to have that native experience, to have that experience of a diverse French-speaking interns. We've had diverse interns over the years from different, there's.
Oh, we lost the line.
Shoot, Madame Hanley, we lost your audio. We can't hear you, Madame Hanley. Madame Tran, do you want to share? I'll message her. Oh, no. Oh, you're mute.
You're on mute, Madame Tran. Yeah, there you
go. You're still on mute. Laura, check your messages, Laura. Madame Hanley, we can't hear you. And
so I was having that issue. Where my unmute will go back to mute right away on its own. So that's something. Perhaps we can go to some of our host parents to give us a little bit of their host families to give us a little bit of your feedback.
Thanks, Reagan, for saving the day.
Tyler, would you like to give a little bit of your experience?
Absolutely. No, I have to say that my family's always thought it would be a wonderful experience to host somebody from outside of the US. And I have to say I was really happy with the LNFI intern program. I think 5 months is a great length of time. we could have kept Clementine all year though, if we're honest. We really we're very fortunate. But you know, one thing about LNFI bringing in folks that are young adults that have gone through their bachelor's program in college, I mean, they're very independent. You know, when I had once upon a time thought about, you know, hosting high school exchange students, I think that's a very different level of day-to-day involvement and responsibility. But, you know, being able to host interns who are early in their career, you know, there's just an awesome opportunity for connection, for seeing the world around you through a new perspective, for exploring the stereotypes each has of the other, for seeing Costco for the first time through somebody else's eyes, you know. And yeah, it was a wonderful experience, and you know, our family looks forward to hosting again sometime.
Awesome, thank you. I see we have John Hoffus also online on the connection.
Yeah.
Would you be able to share a little bit also your experience, John?
Sure. Yeah. So we were lucky enough to host John a couple of years ago. Got to know several other interns back in the day at the time. And then we hosted another intern, Chloe, last year. And we got to host 2 years ago. Thank you, Chloe, 2 years ago. Then we hosted Marianne this past semester. I think that hosting interns has been just a wonderful experience for our family. It's been great to have you know, a part-time tutor closer to home for helping to push our children along. And really, it's just wonderful to get to know another young adult and from a very different culture to help bring that into our home and diversify things right here in the house, rather than having to necessarily go outside to bring in some different perspectives. And yeah, each time it's been a new adventure. Things are a little bit different every time, and yeah, it's just wonderful to build these connections and be able to have some new distant friends to go visit in France.
Awesome, thank you. Madame Tran, are you able to talk again, or can we test? You're on mute right now. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, awesome.
Christophe, would you like me to give kind of a overview of what I see the teachers doing with the kids and the interns? It's really beautiful.
Please.
Madame Tran, give me thumbs up if it's okay. I'm gonna have to represent you because I can't hear you. Okay. What I see when I walk through the building, when I do some peeking into classrooms, it could look like co-teaching. So it could look like the teacher is teaching a whole group or a small group, and then the intern has already learned the content and the teaching strategies that are really taught by the teacher, who's the expert. So then they're taking on a group, and it's usually data driven, and it's very intentional, and it really immerses interns into the process of what do I do as a teacher? How do I differentiate for kids? So I see that. I see kind of a co-teaching model sometimes. Sometimes I will see one teach and one observe. And when they observe, they're learning, but they're also kind of moving around and helping kids one-on-one with items that the teacher is expecting at that time. Our teachers really immerse our interns into what they're teaching. So the interns are never just, sorry, interns, you don't get to just relax. I never see them just, sitting back. Most of the time they're hands-on and doing what the teacher is doing. What else do I see? I see, besides the academic, of course, I see a lot of social emotional support in a very positive manner. And the interns will mirror the way the teacher will model the social emotional development for the child or for the children. I also see interns putting on boots. I see them putting on jackets. I see them doing walks with kids. So it's essentially another teacher in the room that's very helpful. And I also see kids are very excited.
to see their interns. From the really little people to the bigger people in 5th grade. I think that they really look to the interns because I would assume it's an age thing as well. They're younger and they might seem really cool and hip to kids. But you can tell that kids are really drawn to working with our interns. And last but not least, and I know Madame Hanley mentioned this, but I have to say it again, the native speaker, it is so important. And of course, all of our teachers are proficient, but that piece is something that you don't just get. And out of the 3 French immersion schools in the Twin Cities and surrounding area, we are 2 out of the 3 that do it. The 3rd one doesn't. So it's something that we really should take pride in. And I know all of our kids are benefiting both linguistically and socially. And last but not least, they really are wonderful just to have around and have a different perspective. So yeah, that's what I see in the classrooms kind of when I walk around. So if you want to host or if you're thinking about it, reach out. I wish I could. I don't have the capacity, and it probably would be odd because then I have to host all 6 of them. But I think it's a beautiful thing, and I highly encourage you to consider it if you can. It helps our kids.
Great. Thank you, Mambosa. That's a great summary of the importance of our French teaching interns. Awesome. Any other comments or topics to close this meeting?
We hosted this fall and it was so special to watch the relationship building between the intern and the kids, and in how she just joined our family and she was just a member of our family. Something really something that we won't forget as a family, and we're so lucky to have her here with us. And I was thinking, oh, my kids are going to be so sad when she moves out, but then I was talking to my mom, and my mom said, you're going to be sad too, because she's a good friend to you. And she really is a good friend. And it was just a great experience. So if you have any questions or worries or comments about hosting, please reach out, and you will be hearing more from us, right, Christophe?
Yes, and I'm going to already put a link in the chat for you guys to complete if you're interested in even exploring the possibility of having a conversation. So I'm just going to put the link in as a survey that will come to us. So the link is in the chat, and please, if you have an interest, complete the file or the survey, and then we'll start the conversation with you and get the process going, or even just have the conversation. So thank you very much in advance. Again, this program cannot or will depend, the number of host families really determines what the amount of interns that we want to have. And this year, next year, we would like to have 6 interns. That way they spend half a day in each one of the classes. So we have half a day of a teaching intern supporting each one of the classes.
There is a question in the chat, Christophe, about if there is a network for offering outings to the interns, because some families aren't in a position to host, but they would be happy to invite an intern or 2.
Yes, we actually have a program. We're setting up a program for that exact purpose. I didn't want to present it today because I didn't want to mix up the two. But yes, we have, once the interns are here and they have a host family, we will, and I'll be presenting this maybe the next, during our next meeting, PTO meeting, the program to just can be one dinner at home. It can be, hey, I'm going to the Mall of America. Any intern want to come with? I'm going to ski at, I forget the name, location to ski here. I'm not a skier. And then, someone wants to come over, etc. So that is something that we'll present next month.
I will kind of piggyback off that statement. I've heard other host families kind of like invite somebody, one of the interns, over to their house for supper one night. And it was kind of like an open invitation, like, oh, you're always welcome at our house. But I think that's kind of always the nice thing, Minnesota thing to say, but I know that that invitation wasn't like specific enough for that intern to ever feel comfortable to be like, hey, like, can I come over to your house for dinner tomorrow night? Like, make sure you're kind of being very specific about like, Aurora, I would like you to come over to our house on Sunday night. Here's what we're cooking. Please join us. Like, make sure it's a very specific type of event, because a general kind of open invitation, you know, these guys tend to be a little shy. They're not going to invite themselves over if they have an open invitation.
Good point. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone who came tonight. Thank you, Christoph.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
Thank you for
so
hosting
exciting.
this past semester.
Oh, we got
You
lucky
too,
too.
Bree.
As Tyler said, we got lucky because Aurora is wonderful. And it was great. It was more of it was a benefit for us just as much as it helped anyone else. So we were lucky to have her. Thank you for everyone who took time, the teachers, the interns, the families who came to the meeting tonight to share. It's wonderful hearing from you and hearing about the program, and it really is a special program and it adds so much to our school. So thank you. And you'll be hearing more from the intern committee in the next month or so as we get geared up get ready. So yeah, there'll be more to come. We do have a few, what I think let's do, we have the treasurer's update yet to go tonight. So I'm sorry, Brianne, got kind of put at the end. There are a couple other things that I will just mention after that, and then we'll adjourn. So Bree, did you want to share a little bit about our finances? Most of our finances go towards the intern program. So if you're wondering how we fund it, what is the specifics?
Sure. So for the new folks that are on the call tonight, my name is Brianne Terschel. I'm the treasurer, and the treasurer is responsible for all of the funds of the organization, reconciling the bank accounts, presenting the financial position of the PTO kind of at each general PTO membership meeting, and kind of overseeing the preparation and filing of our tax return. So I'm going to share my screen here and walk you through kind of a snapshot of what I think our full year is going to come in at. Can you nod your head if you can see my screen? Perfect. Okay. So our PTO fiscal year runs from July 1st to June 30th. So we are about 6-7 months into our fiscal year already. This first half of this document kind of lays out all of our income generating, our fundraising generating monies. And the bottom half here is all of the expenses that we incur. In May of 2022, to the best of our ability, without having a budget for the previous 2 years, we created a budget where we were going to estimate that we would kind of operate at a net profit of about $14,000. Now, kind of after going through 7 months of the year and kind of seeing how things have developed, especially with much lower student enrollment, we are currently kind of forecasting actually like a $9,000 operating loss. A lot that has to do with it is kind of the decrease in fundraising amounts that we've kind of projected. What I have highlighted in here is what has kind of changed, you know, by more than like $1,000 since the last time I presented in January. So I'm just kind of highlighting the changes. We had last month, I had about $15,000 in there for the fun run. you know, as the number that Erica said earlier, around $13,000 that she has is actually before a $2,000 fee that we're going to have to pay to the vendor to actually run the Glow Run event. So I just have $12,000 in there for the fun run that I think is kind of going to be closer to maybe our net profit. But if we get more, we get more, and we're happy about that. Other things, we did approve a budget for the National American Parent Involvement Day of around $5,000. The PTO was asked to manage that this year, and our NAPID chair and her volunteers have kind of planned something new and refreshing this year, and we felt that we should give them some funds to do that and recreate that. And that kind of leaves us with a net operating loss this year, which we do have sufficient cash in our bank account to absorb that loss. I think going forward, we're going to be a lot more kind of trying to be budget neutral and trying to make sure that we like match revenue with expenses and make sure like this type of situation isn't something that we're getting into the habit of. Any questions on this particular document right here before I move on to the next one quickly? So the more things that we do during the year, the more difficult it is to look at this spreadsheet. There's more stuff and it kind of gets a little bit smaller. If you want to take a little screenshot and look at it later, go ahead. But this is our profit and loss statement from July 1st, the beginning of our fiscal year, through yesterday. So this is all of the income streams that we've earned so far this year. So far this year, we've earned about $29,000 in income. And the bottom section here is all of the expenses that we've incurred, where that money has gone. There's a couple things that I do want to point out. We're doing great on kind of direct donation this year and corporate giving programs. Usually we don't budget a lot for our corporate income programs because they're kind of hit or miss, but a couple of our PTO members have found really great employer corporate giving or matching programs. And I know there's more to come this year for corporate giving. I know I still got like at least $600 coming from my employer. And I would encourage anyone who kind of like works for like a big company who has a corporate giving program to kind of investigate that and see if we can get those dollars here in to the PTO. It's free money. We'd like to kind of be able to use it.
I would add real quick, and maybe you were going to touch on this, but if anyone can do a corporate match for the fun run donation, Booster does not take any of that as part of their percentage. So all of your corporate match for the fun run goes straight to the PTO. So that's like a cherry on top of the, I don't know, whatever dessert you're hungry for tonight.
Our big expense for the year actually happens at the very beginning of the year. As part of our intern program, we pay like somewhere between a $12,000 and $15,000 fee to the visa sponsor at the very beginning of our fiscal year. And so that's kind of like a hole we're always kind of digging out throughout the year. But it's largely an upfront cost. And this number down here in the bottom, negative 17,000, is just what our P&L, our income statement, is showing right now as our operating loss, because those expenses are so front loaded in the year. The $17,000 does not include like the $10,000, $12,000 we know that we are going to make from the Glow Run, or the $5,000 that we hope to make from Kermesse. So those will be dollars that help kind of get us closer to like breaking even or not being so negative. That's kind of all I had to present tonight.
Thank you so much, Bree. Bree puts a lot of work into the finance part of it, and I'm glad we have someone. I'm glad we have her to figure all of this out. So thank you. And it'll be good. This is kind of a learning year, like she said. We hadn't had a full year of fundraising. We hadn't had a full year of operating costs in like almost 3 years. So this year we knew it was going to be a little bit flexible, and we've learned a lot. And kind of, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but I'm looking forward to making the budget for next year. Because I know it's going to be a lot more informed, and PTO is in a good place. We have plenty of, like she said, there's plenty of cash in the bank to cover extra expenses this year too. So thank you, Bree. I think that pretty much wraps up the evening. Thank you, Tyler. Our next meeting is going to be Thursday, March 9th. I think I will be here unless the baby comes early. So I will probably see you then. Look forward to seeing everyone, and thank you again to everyone who came tonight. It was a great meeting, and until we see you all again, take care of yourselves. And thank you so much for all your contributions to our school and our PTO. Have a good night. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do for our school.
Thank you, Madam Bossad.